ladies and gents, how you doing? I just got in this wonderful Bacchus. This is the WL5-ASH from the Global series. It's handmade in the Philippines, and the materials are sourced in the Philippines, so Deviser keep the costs down for this range. But I gotta tell you, the fit and the build quality and the craftsmanship, the finishing and everything is on a par with, you know, this Lackland Skyline Japan over here. I look at the finishing on the neck and everything on that, the finish on the body. It's on a level with that, and the price is considerably lower. So I'm just going to demonstrate the sound of it, because this is an incredible instrument for the money, and the quality of the materials is very, very nice. Very precise intonation. It's absolutely perfect all the way up the neck. It came set up just perfectly. Everything, like, you know, I play an E here, it's true. 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 There's no discrepancy. It's as accurate as any high-end build out there. And the response is really nice. So I'll just continue with a slap fest for you, just to hear how the tone operates in boost mode. Right now we're in boost mode, which is parallel. It's operating the pickups in parallel, and I've got the tone full up. Okay, and then I'll put it halfway. And then all the way down. Very, very, very nice indeed. Okay, so that deals with that, and then in passive mode, similarly, tone full up, halfway down, all the way down. Alright, and then again in boost mode, boost off. So you can hear that the boost mode kicks it in a bit. It becomes a bit more bass heavy, and it's kind of almost like having an active passive switch on there. Alright, now let's go on to the rear pickup and just check that out. So you got volume, tone, and you got the lovely kind of vintage style knobs on there. It's really nicely put together, and the bridge is a lightweight vintage style bridge in chrome there, and I believe it's a nickel, a zinc. I believe it's a zinc plate, and it's nickel plated for the chrome finish effect. Okay, so on the rear pickup will only operate in series mode, because of course, to work in series, for each pickup to work individually, it needs to be in that mode. So here it is with the tone right down. I'll just play some. halfway up. Alright, so you get the idea, and then tone full up. Can really bark, right? Great. What a great sound. And then finally on the front pickup, I'll turn that down with the tone right down. Nice and fat. And warm. So that's rear pickup, front pickup with the tone right down. Tone midway. It's mean, and then tone right up. Bit of slap. So, I mean, it's a wonderful instrument. It's got everything that you need in a passive jazz bass, and it is up there in terms of build quality. I mean, I think it really is up there with some of the best. I mean, I can't really tell the difference between the build quality on this and the Lackland Skyland. Is nothing. There is no difference, but there's you know, it's the price is about $500 different. So you know, these are really excellent. I'm very impressed, very impressed with the Bacchus Global Series from the Philippines. My only bone of contention, excuse the pun, is the nut. It's an acrylic nut. I mean, it's well made. It does its job. The string spacing is perfect. Everything is aligned very well through the pickups, but if they could just make it a bone nut instead, it would, I don't know, it would just be so much more classy. That's the only thing, though. The hardware, yeah, the hardware is, you know, it's kind of budget hardware, third-party stuff, but it does its job very well. There's nothing wrong with it. I've had so many of these global basses come through, and they're all really good. Even the cheaper ones are. have fantastic build quality. So that's the only thing about this that I don't like, is the nut. The rest of it I absolutely love, and I thoroughly recommend these, as I would recommend these to a professional player any day. It's just as good as some of the higher end stuff out there on the market, the higher end brands, and it's almost as good as the higher end Bacchus too. I mean, the only difference I would say is that there's on the higher end Bacchus, there's a little bit more rounding to the finish on the fretboard, although the fretwork on this is very good. It's a bit more refined on the higher end, and plus they have the trim as well, and the bone nut, and the higher end hardware. But the body is just bloody gorgeous. I mean, look at that lovely white blonde finish. It's a 3-piece body. Like on the higher end models, you would get a 2-piece body. So that's another factor to consider. But I mean, still, it looks and feels like an instrument that's worth, more than its price tag, way more than its price tag. So very impressive indeed. I'm going to give these 9 out of 10 easily on the cost performance basis, and it came just set up perfectly. It will achieve a lower action than this. This is at 2mm at the moment, which is kind of standard. I can get these down to 1.5 easily, no problem at all, with matching relief. I do all the setups before I send out, so if you want one of these and you want it set up a certain way, can probably get these down to 1mm actually. I've done it before on other global bases, so, and yeah, it's wonderful.